Hey, welcome back to Mary's Cornwall Bakery. I'm Sailor, but you can call me Mary. Today, I'm not going to bake anything. I'm just going to roll out a few pie shells, tell you a story, kind of get to know you. This job usually puts me to sleep, so I'm just going to talk my way through it with you. So many years ago, we opened up a second bakery location, which is no longer open. And I was looking to staff up the bakery for the summer. And I was looking for somebody in particular who didn't have to go back to school in the fall because we have lots of students, but they go back to school as soon as Labor Day hits, and it's kind of always a struggle. So this lady came along with her resume. I'll call her Kate, and seemed very serious and very wanting the job. Like full time, yep, I can be there. 8 in the morning, yeah, no problem. I used to do housekeeping. Um, She even brought her criminal record check with her, which I thought was unusual, but she said it was not. So, um, yeah. So, anyways, that's okay. Well, we'll give you a try, Kate. Why don't you come with me and we'll go to the bakery next week and get it opened up for the season. You can kind of help me dust things off, and we'll get the shelves stocked and all that kind of stuff. Like make sure everything's running and everything. So Monday morning, bright and early, I bring coffee and bagels, and I'm ready to meet this new coworker. And kind of have to understand when you hire somebody and then you go to work with them by yourself. It's a little unnerving because you just don't know. And it would be just the two of us there. So I was thinking maybe I'll just get her to kind of chat about herself, and maybe that'll break the ice. So, of course, I arrive, coffee, bagels, and she comes along. And the first thing she says is, "Oh, I don't drink coffee. It's really hard on my stomach. I can't do it." So I said, "Well, that's okay. I can drink it easily. And if you like, I can make you some tea." And she just kind of grabs it and she says, "No, I'll drink it now, but I don't usually drink coffee." So I said, "Okay, no problem." Um, so we kind of get working, and I'm chatting with her. We're just kind of drinking our coffee, and I'm showing her around and stuff. And I say, "So, how come you're not housekeeping this year?" And she says, "Well, I became allergic to the soap." And I said, "Oh, well, that kind of sucks." She said, "Yeah, but that's okay. I didn't really like the other boss, anyways." And I said, "Oh, okay. Um, what happened there?" Because of course I'm curious. And she said, "Well, she just wasn't very nice to the staff." And I said, "Well, I'm not really that way. Like I usually get along pretty well with everyone." And she said, "Well, we'll get along fine if you don't call me a lazy beep beep beeping dog." So I was like, "Whoa, probably won't, but hopefully I won't." So I kind of laughed and I said, "Yeah, don't worry about that. We don't talk like that around here." So, anyways, we move on, and I got her to kind of go up to the storefront, and I went back to the kitchen to kind of just rinse off the pans, and I could hear her out there with her wash water, and then I'm thinking, oh, she's allergic to soap. So I went out to see if she was okay with that soap, or if she wanted to switch jobs or whatever. So I didn't want her breaking out in a big rash first day. So I go out, and she's sitting on the stool in front of the window where she had started washing the big window, and she's dunking her wash rag in the soapy water, and she's washing her face and her neck and her arms with the wash water. And I'm just like, so she didn't see me because she had her back to me. So I kind of went back into the kitchen, and I'm thinking, what do I do? Like, what's going on? I didn't know how to handle it really, because back then I still believed that everybody was normal. So, anyways, I made a little bit of noise and kind of made a bit of a noise going out. And she had the wash rag up on her face and she saw me coming and she said, "Oh, I just love the smell of this soap. It smells so lemony." And I said, "Well, are you allergic to it?" And she said, "No, I'm not allergic to it at all." And I said, "Well, that's great. If you need anything, let me know." And I went back into the kitchen. And we kind of got through the day okay with a few other weird scenarios going on. And the next day, we had 2 days of this cleaning up. So the next day, I showed up with bagels and coffee for myself because she told me she didn't drink coffee. And I put the teapot on for her, and she arrived before the tea was ready, and just went right over and grabbed my coffee and my bagel and started drinking it. I was kind of like, "Oh, I thought you didn't like coffee." And she said, "No, no, it's fine. It's fine." So I said, "Okay, well, I guess I'll have tea then." But it was pretty funny. It was very one of those just you and the other person there, um, and you're just not quite sure what to say. So we get going with our tasks again, and she kind of looks at me and she says, "It looks like you cut your own hair." And I said, "No." And if you know me, my hair has been like this for 25 years, tied back, kitchen work. Uh, it's rarely down. So I said, "No, I don't cut my own hair." And she says, "Well, I cut my own hair." And I said, "Oh, well, it looks nice." And she says, "Yeah, your hair looks like it's really coarse and dry." And I'm just like, "Okay." I said, "Well, okay, well, it must be having a bad hair day." I'm just trying to deflect all these random things that she's saying to me. But fast forward, we get through the day again with a bit of weird conversation and awkwardness, which awkward is my default. And she arrives her first day of work, our first day that we're open. And she shows up um, with, um, how can I say this? With a see through top and no underwear, which nowadays is quite common, but back 20 years ago, it wasn't a normal way you would show up to work for your first day dressed. So again, I didn't know what to say, but I just let it go. I'm like, "Okay, you're a grown woman. You can wear whatever you want. I'm not going to say anything." And then she starts, for some reason, instead of calling me Sailor, which she had been calling me all along, she starts calling me Taylor. Um, which again, what do you say? After a couple times correcting her, I was like, "Call me whatever you want. That's fine." That is fine. Anyways, to make a long story short, she only lasted about a week because she was um, doing some strange things, doing some very strange things. But I just thought it was a funny employee story to tell, and wondering if anybody else out there has any funny employee or coworker stories to tell. Um, yeah, I have many of them, but that lady, Kate, she sticks out in my mind as one of the ones that that got away. Anyways, thanks for watching. Come on back another time.